Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about two book series that I DNFed. So DNF stands for did not finish, and why am I using acronyms? I don't know, but anyway, before we get into it, I want to share with you guys this challenge that I imposed upon myself, which is called the 12 video challenge. So in this challenge, I'll basically just film 12 videos about books. And I've already done book talk number 1, which is about a book series that I recently read. And book talk number 2, which is this video, I'll be talking about 2 book series that I DNF'd. And in book talk number 3, I'll talk about 3 books that blah blah blah. You'll find out. I hope you're seeing a pattern here, which is basically whatever number the video is, I'll be talking about that amount of number of things, and they're all going to be book related. So originally this challenge is inspired by Haley in Bookland. I'll put the link of her channel down below. She's the booktuber that I really admire, and this was inspired by her 12 days of Bookmas challenge. So it's basically just Christmas but talking about books. But because for those of you who don't know, in Taiwan we don't have vacations during Christmas, and that's when all the final exams and projects are like sky high. So there's basically no way I can film a video during Christmas. So I'm just going to do a 12 video challenge, and hopefully I'll be able to finish filming all 12 before I die. Okay, so let's just get into it. So the first book series that I DNF'd is called the Tiger's Curse series by Colleen Hook. And this series is about 2 Indian princes who got cursed and turned into tigers. And this American girl called Kelsey happened to learn about this curse while doing a summer job at a circus. So she decided to embark on an adventure and try to break the curse for these 2 princes. And I thought it was a quite interesting concept to, incorporate Indian culture and some magical elements together into a story. But my main issue with this series is the main character, Kelsey. So Kelsey sort of just annoys me a lot. I feel like there's not enough depth to her character. I feel like she's just sort of shallow and whiny and lovesick all the time. But the thing is that all the characters around her kept saying how brave and strong Kelsey is, but I can see it. I don't like it when stories just tell us what that character is. I want the book to show me by her actions or the decisions she made, and not just like dumping all the words and telling us that, oh, she's so strong or so kind or anything. So this is my issue number 1. And then also I feel like everything's just too simple in this series. I rarely feel excited or nervous in any of the adventures they embark on because everything just seems so easy. So the curse somehow made the 2 Indian princes, their names are Ren and Kishan, made them, because they're tigers, so they actually are even stronger than before, and they even have like magical healing powers where they can heal faster than anybody else. And I just don't, doesn't make sense, because if you're trying to curse someone, why curse them into one of the most powerful mammals in the world? Why not turn them into like slugs or sloths? But I guess nobody would want to read a series called The Sloth's Curse, I suppose. So that's that. My issue number 3 is the cultural aspect. I can't really say much about the Indian culture because I myself don't know much about it, but there's just something that really bugs me, is that multiple times in the book the author kept on saying this person is either Indian or Asian, but India is literally in Asia, and I don't know, it's not supposed to bug me, but it does. And also, well, while Kelsey was in India, I felt like she was just being a tourist. She was like trying on exotic clothing and everything, but I didn't see there's like really any description about the people there or about what India looks like, or I don't know. I feel like if you want to incorporate a culture, a different culture into your story, there's just so much more you can do with it, and I really want to immerse in that culture and feel what India is like. But sadly, I didn't get a lot of that. Okay, moving on to the second series that I DNF'd. It's the Brotherband Chronicles by John Flanagan, which I'm super sad about because I remember myself squealing with excitement while reading book one, The Outcast, and it was just so sad to DNF this one. So anyway, the Brotherband series is set in a fictional place called Skandinavia, and I think it's based on the real region of Skandinavia. Basically, all the Scandians there, at a certain age, all men, has to form a brother band, which is sort of like a group of people that sail the sea together, so they're a group of seafaring people. So our main character, Hall, also is going through this process of forming a brother band, and they have to go through a lot of training and competition. But the problem is Hall is sort of an outcast because he is of mixed heritage. But somehow he manages to form his own brother band, and all the members there are an outcast of some sort. So this is one of those underdog stories that I really love. And I feel like I love this book from 1 to 5, but starting from books 6 and 7, I feel like there's a lacking of character growth. Like from books 1 to 5, you really see all the outcasts like come together, and although they're flawed, you can just see them pushing their limits, breaking out of their comfort zone, and doing incredible things. But from books 6 and 7, it sort of just stops, and I feel like the characters just stop growing, and the plot also, it just doesn't excite me as much as before. Or maybe it's just because I grew up, because this series is in fact a middle grade novel, and clearly I am not in middle school anymore, which is tragic. But also I felt like I didn't really like how conflicts were resolved in the 6th and 7th books. I feel like John Flanagan actually crafted a lot of conflicts that has potential to be very complex and go so far, but I just didn't really like the way the conflicts were resolved. I felt like he sort of just forced the conflict to a close without actually resolving the problem, and I thought that was just such a shame. So after reaching to the 7th book with a lot of pain and distress, I DNF'd this series. Very sad. So I hope you like this video, and I always believe that all books have value, so just because I DNF these 2 series doesn't mean that they're bad, because books just speak to people in different ways. So I truly hope that someone out there will find joy while reading these 2 book series. And just thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye! So there's basically